Gio, hey, come on, Gio.
Hey, so you go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, we're here with Gio. Gio is a friend of ours.
A very good friend of
Yeah,
ours.
he's a very good friend of us. We met what, like 7 years ago?
Yep.
We met at a maridaje, I believe. First, and then you started playing basketball, or was it the
I'm gonna go
other
with
way
the
around?
basketball.
Basketball. I meant you
Yeah,
basketball.
we played
Basketball
basketball first, and then we've been friends ever since. It's a love-hate relationship with Gio.
Yeah.
More hate than love.
Yeah.
Why is that, Andrew? Why do you hate?
Why? Because he's half costeño. He's from Barranquilla,
What does
so
that mean? What does that
means
mean
that
to
he's
you?
never on time.
Yeah.
That means
He always has slick hair. I don't
I'm-
I don't have hair. I have a fucking
yeah.
diaper.
He's always yelling for some reason. He's
But we love him. We love him just the way that he is.
yeah. So anyway, yeah. Gio is American, right? You were born in the States.
I was born in the U.S. My parents are from Barranquilla, both of them, and I moved here 9 years ago. So I didn't know anything about Colombia.
Yeah.
Very little, but I always had a calling. Like I always knew, like I want to go there and sort of experience the culture. And then now I don't want to leave. Like I'm not. Well, my plan is to stay here forever. So.
Well, you are kind of a celebrity. You were on TV.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Not many
Yeah,
people
you
know
are.
that.
Not
many people
Gio
know.
trivia.
Yeah.
He was on House Hunters Colombia.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
House Hunters
I saw-
How
International.
long ago was that?
Yeah.
International.
I
They
have that episode.
So I
I
don't
watch it every night.
Spoiler, but so House Hunters, the way it works is they put it like, okay, you're gonna move somewhere and you're gonna go find your house and then you'll pick one. Like,
Yeah.
That's not the way it really works.
You're gonna expose them on
Yeah,
our show? Okay.
well, everyone knows.
Damn,
The way it
exposing.
works is you're already in your house. They come to you and they put out a casting of people who have recently moved to another country, and then what they do is they empty out your house, and they'll take you to two other apartments that are empty, and then
You pick your house.
surprise, you pick your house.
What if
and,
you like the
and
other
then-
apartment better? Like, oh, I
I'm
like
not trying
that
to get
one.
this whole Colombia podcast
Yeah,
shut down
right,
because
right.
Gio came on here and
exposed
exposed
House
international
Hunters.
Yeah,
House Hunter.
well,
We're just trying to do
alright.
our thing.
Yeah.
So what's the
That's what I-
question?
Yeah. So what's
Is
the
there a
Joel?
question in my future?
We got some questions for you.
All right.
No, but
Questions.
honestly, I'm gonna let's do the proper intro. Is that like at least on my part is that I used to actually go hang out with Gio sometimes in the centro of Medellin and
At the
literally
brothel.
not at the brothel, which I'm not. Yeah. But Tuesday nights back in the day, for those of you who've been here for a while, was Eslabon Prendido. It was a salsa spot where me and Gio used to get there around, I think like 9:30, 10. We'd grab a half a bottle, like a half a Mickey for the Canadians, like a half a, I don't know what you call a quart, whatever the fuck you call it in the U.S. And we used to drink that of rum, and I was like, let's go, Gio. But it wasn't me doing anything. I would just be hyping Gio up so I could go watch Gio do what he does. And what Gio does is salsa, man.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You trained professionally, or you danced professionally, casino salsa, right?
I did. Well, semi-professional. I mean, I wasn't professional, but I studied salsa for 8 years. I was in a salsa team in Miami.
There's
and
teams.
yeah,
How do
there's-
you even like compete?
you
like,
compete.
Is there a
Uniforms.
ball involved?
They have a salsa congress, like
Yeah.
and all over the world. They have salsa congresses, and you go and you compete. Yeah, and so I was in a team. When I moved to Colombia, I sort of didn't do that for years, and as you guys know, I've sort of picked it up in the past year again.
So tell us a bit about, like, for people who are watching, because I think we're going to just label this Salsa in Medellin and see where it goes. Like, if there's somebody that's like you that wants to come here to dance, learn, continue salsa, what's your salsa experience here been like? Not in the last 2 weeks, but in general.
Well, I would say salsa. There's a very big salsa scene here, and when I first moved to Barranquilla, there is not a salsa scene in Barranquilla. So that's one of the main reasons I sort of give it up. When you come here, they have they do on one, on two. So people who know salsa, you guys out there, you'll know what I'm talking about, and they do casino. And obviously here, you have to know bachata, which I am not strong in bachata, but I am now like getting strong in bachata because women here love it. So
That's so funny because when I first got here, you would maybe hear one bachata song, but now it's like a big thing here.
oh, it's super big.
Okay.
I mean, and you know they have the whole sensual bachata stuff, and
I
women
love bachata.
love it. And look, the way that
Girl
I
humping
see
your
it,
leg, that's great.
yeah. The way that I see it, it's a different type of vibe. in any city that you go to, right? The people when you go to a social here, like a salsa social, bachata social, they're there to dance, and it doesn't. You meet a lot of people, right? You're gonna meet people, but the main thing about when you go dancing is the dancing, and you know when you're in a poblado and some people come here, you know their main thing may be trying to hook up, and that's a different scene. If you want to do that, you go to the you can. There's a million bars Shiv talked about. You go and hook up, but when you go to the whole the social things, social scene, it's all about dancing, and I love that. I love that feeling of being around people that really are dancing. I guess you guys know too. Like you can go to certain bars here, and if you'll ask a girl to dance, and they're with a boyfriend, all of a sudden it can become a problem. Like, what the fuck you doing, talking to my girl?
Well, it depends on if you're trying to say like you're in the middle of a Nicki Jam song or like a Karol G, and you're like, I'd like to grind your girlfriend. That's probably not gonna happen.
Which is,
but salsa's usually,
when you go to a social here, you can really ask anyone to dance,
right.
and they're there with their boyfriends because the boyfriends
dance,
are gonna dance with other girls, and it's because it's about dancing.
Do you find that in Miami or wherever you've danced before, like if there's a girl with their boyfriends or there's a group of girls, like you feel a little intimidated to go dance and talk to them, be like, hey, would you like to dance, because they're in a group, and we're talking about in the U.S. versus here. What's the difference in the culture with just dancing?
When you go to socials, it was the same there. I would say, and you can be intimidated on your own. Outside of that, I could go to a bar. It's to go ask a girl to dance, you like maybe not, and when you go to a social like a salsa bachata social, I mean the only thing stopping you is you, because there's not a girl that's gonna say no. They're all there to dance, and you just go and dance.
But what is the difference between? Because you're talking about socials. I never even knew what the hell a social was. But dancing with a girl here, if you went out to a salsa bar in Medellin or in Colombia versus going out in a salsa bar in, call it Miami, where you're from, what's the difference?
There's not a major difference.
So here they would knock you down and be like, nope, no dance with you. Or how's it?
No. In Miami, if you go to like a salsa scene, it's also very much like they're there to dance, and they're not gonna knock you down. You're gonna dance.
Yeah, it's the same thing in California. A life hack with Andrew. You go. I used to go in L.A. and I would go to the salsa places early, just to take the free class, because it would be me and like 10 other girls.
And because you didn't have money to pay for the real.
No. It was a free class. You have to pay the cover just to get into the place, but then you get the. I didn't have money either.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, you don't front on the people. You don't have the money to fucking pay for it.
But you get in there and you're dancing with girls. Yeah. And with salsa, when you go to a salsa club, whether it's here or anywhere else, it's like you go there to dance, even if it's not a social. It's like, what the hell you're gonna go to this salsa club and sit down? No, you go dance, right? That's the thing. Question, I guess last question. For someone that doesn't dance, for example, I'm innately it's not my nature to dance. Like I'm not like cleaning my house and dancing to music while I'm cleaning. I have to be like deep in drinks to dance, right? Yeah. Someone that
sounds like a Pentecostal preacher says.
So somebody that doesn't dance, Gio, what would you recommend someone, for example, coming from the U.S., from Europe, from Australia, from New Zealand, anywhere in the world, I guess, that doesn't know salsa? What would you recommend for them? And they want to learn. They want to, get into it. What would you say to them?
Well, I'm going to pile on to what you just said, which is because this is actually, you made me recall like when I first started salsa. When I first started salsa, you generally go into these group settings where there's a bunch of people like you that don't know how to dance. They want to dance, and I made some of my best friends in Miami. Us just going, climbing up the ladder at the same time, and I think to your point, if you don't know how to dance, there's so many like in these bars. There's so many dance studios here that you can go. Sign up for classes. You're going to find a lot of like-minded people, foreigners that are here. They want to learn some bachata.
Hey, let me cut you off for real quick because we got a minute and a half. We're talking about these, we're not talking about fantasy places. Where does somebody that wants to come here and dance and learn to dance, so where do they go, Gio? What do you tell them to do? Social
Club is a very good studio.
It's called Social Club.
Social Club by Aguacatala. Tamarindo, which is in the 70, and Zona Habana, which is here in Manila. They just opened, and it's a great space. So I would always hit those spots. Then Barbaran for bachata.
Anything else you want to give? So to any dancers that are coming here to Medellin that want to learn to dance salsa or bachata, what is your advice to just come here to dance and learn to dance?
No, just stick with it. Just stick with it. I mean, it may not come natural at first, but you combine the Colombian culture that we've discussed, which is people that are open and they want to talk to you. Combine that with dancing, and you really have a fantastic combination to meet really great people in an environment, in a setting where it's more Colombian, because they'll be drinking guaro and rum and whatever as they're dancing, and it's not the bar setting. It's more like the group of friends sort of drinking and dancing setting, which is very Colombian. So that's what I would recommend.
All right, thank you,
man,
Gio.
you're amazing, man.
Right on
14
time.
seconds under time. Thank you for coming back.
Thank
If
you.
anybody would love to see Gio on this show
We
and
need
hear a
more
full
Gio.
episode
We
about
need
how he
more
got
Gio.
here,
We need more.
leave a
Gio.
comment. We need more Gio. Just say we need more Gio.
We need
Thank you
more
very
Gio.
much. Beep.
Thank you.
Hashtag vote for Gio 2022.